live! I have to tweet that we're live instead of just make up a song about it. Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Steve and Tiffany and John.
Hello.
Because the show should actually probably include his name at this point.
Steve and Tiffany and John.
And John.
And John.
And John.
Play board games! Learn and play board games. Tonight we're playing Steve's Breaking the Blinds. Don't! What are you doing? Just move the light. like he tried to stripper pole around the light and it started falling. Yeah. Anyway, tonight we're playing Pioneer Days, designed by Matthew Dunstan and Chris Marling, and published by Tasty Minstrel Games, with art by Sergei Marset. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. I like that they put the artist just right there on the front. That's super great.
Good trend.
Yeah. So let me just make sure I'm holding this with the right camera. Yay! So, this is a dice drafting game where you dice draft every round, and then the dice that isn't drafted will advance a disaster track. And the disaster track will do various things. Wow, thank you for the off-camera sound effect. But this game is about, we're making wagon trains. So we're each going to be a character that has unique player power, and we start with one wagon, and the goal of the game is to be the most successful wagon train. The game doesn't specifically say where you're taking. Oh, you're on the Oregon Trail, of course.
Going to Oregon.
Yeah, spoiler, we made it. So, you're doing the Oregon Trail, and so, yes, you can die of a unknown disease. It's not specifically dysentery, but you totally can call it dysentery if you want while you're playing. So there you go. This stream, I don't know if I mentioned, is sponsored by Tasty Minstrel Games. Thank you, Tasty Minstrel, for providing this game for us to play tonight. So there's that. So we're just going to do a really quick overview of how this game plays, because there is a fantastic how to play video done by Rodney Smith of Watch It Played, which you can go watch. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube, there's a link down below in the doobly-doo. If you're watching this on Twitch live right now, you're SOL, because you don't have time. I mean, I guess you could go and then come back and then go back in time. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do an overview. It's a really quick teach. It's really straightforward. I'm just not going to go into the finer points. So let's jump into it. Oh, there's one last thing on setup I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta flip those. How did you not read my mind and know that you had to do that? Oh. Number of players +1. Okay. So, like I said, this is a dice drafting game. So inside this bag, there are dice. And there are 5 colored dice. There are yellow. And there's yellow, green, red, blue, or black. And the color dice pertains to a disaster on this track, and black is every disaster. And so there's one of those dice for everything, and all the dice, aside from the color, have the same face distribution. And we're going to take the dice, and whoever is the first player that round will take number of players +1 dice, roll them, and then we will draft from those dice. And when we draft from those dice, the very first thing that we will do is we're each going to have a character that has a little sheet, and that character is going to have a wagon, at least, to start. And in that wagon, we might have equipment, and when you take a die that matches the bonus symbol on equipment that you already have, that equipment will activate for free. Woohoo! And you get the bonus. And the equipment activation will do things like give you a gold token from here, which is worth a variety of points. It will let you get a piece of wood, which you can use to fix your wagon. It'll let you get some medicine, which will help you prevent somebody dying from dysentery. It'll let you get a cow, and you use cows as kind of a currency, really. Or it'll help you get money, which is another sort of currency. So, yeah, that's what the bonus actions will do. Then after, if you have any bonus actions, after the bonus actions activate, you get to do a main action with the die that you select. And that main action can be getting an income that matches the symbol on the die, and that income track is right here. Or it can be hiring a townsfolk to come on your wagon train with you, and you can only hire the one that is under the die symbol that you have picked. But it doesn't cost anything to pick up the person unless they have something specifically on their card that says it costs money. And the the townsfolk either are instances, so when you take them, you do it immediately, but then they like they hang out with you because all of them have some sort of in-game condition for more points. Or you might have a worker that like does something at the end of each round, which is called a week in this game. Or you could have a worker that activates via certain conditions throughout the entire game. So that's kind of rough overview of the workers. The very last thing that you can do with the die is you can take income. You can do that. Oh, there's one more thing. What is it? Oh, yes. You can use the base ability of the dice symbol. So the symbol on the die always corresponds to a specific type of action. Like getting cattle, getting wood, getting medicine, getting gold, or buying equipment to put into your wagon train to help you do those bonus actions. So you can do that. In addition, before you do the main action of the die, you can always pay to change what that action, or what the die face is. So you can always... There's no excuse, unless you're broke, for not doing the action you want based on the die. Steve is like sneaking past the light situation. Also, this is really dark today. Let me see.
I mean, it's probably the dysentery and disease and famine and storms.
There we go, that helps. Hey Kabuki. Awesome, Matt Bona, you are awesome. And Mom Gamer. Hey Mom Gamer. So, and Nutters Play. Woohoo! There's so many of you in the chat. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so that's basically the dice. And so at the end of the round, once everybody has drafted, there will be one die left, and that die will increase the disaster track associated with it. When a marker hits the disaster track at the end of the day, it will trigger, and all the disasters are bad things. So storms, you have to pay a wood to repair your wagon, and if you don't, your wagon will get damaged, which means it'll hold less stuff, and you can't sell it to market. Or you can have a raid, which is the red one. If the raid happens, you lose half your silver rounded up. Famine is you have to pay 1 silver for each cattle, or if you can't, the ones you can't pay for die, so they're discarded. And then disease, this is the dysentery, you pay 1 medicine for each townsfolk. Those you cannot pay for are discarded, aka killed. Died. They died.
I mean, maybe you just leave them beside the side of the trail while they're still alive, and then someone else can help them.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So those are the main diseases. We'll play until all of the dice have been drafted from the bag, which means we're going to play 5 rounds. 5 days, they call them. And then there will be an end of week, which is after 5 rounds. It's like the
short week?
We take the weekend off on the Oregon Trail. And in that phase, there are these 2 cards up here, and we can each sell what is mentioned on the card to gain what is mentioned on the other side of the card, which is usually just favors, which is 2 victory points. In addition, we will get 1 point per cattle that we have during that phase, and then we put all the dice back in the bag, and we start a new week. And we do that for 4 weeks. So once all the cards are gone, because we wipe all the cards in the equipment at the end of the week, when the deck is gone, you know the game is over. So yeah, that's the second game we've played in the last 2 weeks. 2 streams in a row. Not streams in a row, but yeah. Anyway. Cool. We ready?
We're ready. Let's do
it. Matt Bono wants to know, how is crime fighting?
I don't think it was crime fighting. I think I was sneaking in, infiltrating.
Like into a movie or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We are... They're discussing what the horseshoe first player thing is. Okay. So normally we play the base games on these streams so that people can get an idea of what the base game is. But we played the base game last night, and we were like, the base game is too basic for us. So we're going to play not the base game. So there are a whole stack of player boards, and there's actually 8 of them. And on the back, they all have unique abilities and unique starting resources. And then the other side, they're all the same. And the only difference is the character art. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to shuffle these up, and we're going to deal 2 out. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. We're going to deal out 2 to everybody, and then you get to pick which one you want to be, and then the other one gets discarded. So that's what we're going to do for that. And in addition, for these cards, there are actually 5 separate decks, and you pick 2 that you want to play with every game, and you mix them together. So we are playing with deck A and deck C. So yeah, for the base game, they recommend that you play with the basic starting player side of the character cards, and they recommend you only play with deck A and deck B, but we're not playing by those rules tonight.
Interesting. That's kind of reminds me of like Nistfjord, or
yeah,
First Class.
What's it called? First Class.
Yeah.
Feast for Odin, I think, also had
a lot of Rosenberg games.
A lot of Rosenberg.
Yeah. But Nutters asks, is Pioneer Days out? Yes, Pioneer Days is out. It should be in stores nowish. It officially... No, you can't take mine.
Ooh.
I just, Scarlet, the Gambler. It's
No!
pretty great.
Random Luck had it.
I mean, just look at Trent the entrepreneur. Trent looks like, I don't know,
an honorable guy.
Yeah.
Totally honorable. Like when he comes up comes up to you in the saloon and has a proposition for you, totally on the level.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he just got that scar falling down the stairs.
That's right.
Onto some.
Both of these are really good. Hi.
True.
Are you requesting something? Every stream now, it starts with me doing this. And I went back and watched a stream, and it was me talking to the shadow under the table.
What's the little bag?
That is a gold nugget.
Oh.
So you just draw one of these. Yep.
Let's try that. That looks fun.
Oof.
I'm picking Nakoma the Tracker. After selecting a die and triggering the equipment, I can pay a
do that.
silver to change the die to an adjacent face.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna do Scarlet the Gambler because Steve really wanted it. So after selecting a die, you may re-roll it once. If you do, gain 1 silver.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I start with a large wagon, and if you notice when you put wagons on, it continues your scene. The bash. Oh, and I get a cow, and I'm putting the cows behind.
Ooh, but I get no money.
I'm a gambler. I don't. Some things happen.
Gotta make your money.
I don't.
Can you pass me a large wagon?
So the wagon tiles are double-sided. So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'll take a gold
trying to
as well.
decide.
Oh, hello, Cold Nose.
Crow-Eyed Merle, at the beginning of each round, may discard 2 cattle to take any available townsfolk.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
And Trent the Entrepreneur, each round, if you satisfy the needs of at least 1 town card, you gain 1 extra favor. So, like, the extra favors are cool, but being able to snipe any... I mean, not snipe. I mean, hire...
Strategically hire.
Strategically hire. They may not have a say in the matter. That will be Crow-Eyed Merle.
Steve also has DJ at Iwo Jima. Isn't that even out to pre-order purchasers yet? That isn't even out to... Yeah, Origins... The secret of Origins is... You can get a lot of stuff that's not out yet.
I thought, or when I looked it up on BGG, they said they were shipping to pre-orders.
They probably are shipping
Origin.
the same way Welcome to and the Kickstarter is shipping. Deepwater Games, I sent the pack lists to the fulfillment center, and we're 2.5 weeks out, and they still haven't shipped them. So there's that. But
well, darn, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, maybe
I want to see if this gear, if I pick from the equipment thing, or if I get like a random one.
Oh. That's
well,
nice.
maybe I should prioritize learning and playing Ewo.
Yeah.
Considering people don't have it yet.
Yeah. Plus, if I leave, you can solo stream. Or if I decide to not be on the internet and go sit on a river, you could have something to do. That almost happened tonight.
Surprise! It's Steve learns and plays Iwo Jima in real time. 10-hour stream, lots of mistakes.
It doesn't say. It just says take the starting resources listed on your chosen board.
Does it take them from another player? What was it that you were looking up?
Whether you take a random...
For the starting game, I'm wondering if you pick what you want or if you take random.
Is there a description of all the different characters?
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh, for the...
Yeah, there's not. This is a very short and concise rulebook. It doesn't say that. I'm gonna say,
I think if you do take it from here, we would refill it.
Oh, you know what? You do it before you even have that out. So my guess would be
Face down then.
turn 1 plus an additional 1 for each player in the game in form supply.
Oh, the player boards are take 2, choose 1. Okay.
Where do you see that?
Item K.
Oh, I didn't make up that rule. Yay!
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty...
And that happens before we put them out.
Yeah.
Well, but you take the starting resources. Yeah, and you take their starting resources before your chosen player board. So I think that means I get a random one. Which would make sense.
Oh, for an equipment? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get a random one. And John, we can put yours right there. So your
Sounds
power
good.
is not in frame, but your wagon is.
Sounds good.
And your money, you can have your money out of frame, that's true. Okay, I want to be the orange wagon because I'm always the orange wagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 1 point. So we have to start
wagon.
there. Do you
Wood
want...
and medicine.
Which color wagon would you like?
Cows and
I'll be
trees.
the dark brown.
Okay. Kairos, what would you like?
Oh. I think this way. I think this will show up better. I think the other one might not show up very well. Do I start on this side?
Yeah.
The plus 50?
Yeah.
Oh, make a flip book to keep track of everything each turn. Thanks for the hint, Kabuki Kid.
Alright. Here we go. I'm gonna go first because
Yep.
Dina said so. It's literally what she's saying right now. So we draw a number of players plus 1 in the bag. Roll a die. Oh, I didn't actually get my random equipment. Oh, I got a gun!
Ooh,
Is it
nice.
the beginning of each round?
Gain 3 silver after each raid. There's a typo. That's nice. What'd you say, love?
Is it the beginning of the round?
It is the beginning of the round. You may discard 2 cattle to take any available townfolk. I bet that's on purpose.
Mm.
Are you gonna discard a cattle?
2 cattle.
2 cattle.
Hmm.
Hey, Chuck.
So, let's see. What do we have there? Ooh. Yeah, I will discard 2 cattle to take the dashing cowboy.
Yeah.
Who Steve's obsessed with.
I will add 1 new equipment to the store, and then take 1 equipment from the store.
That's nice.
Medicine die gives me a medicine.
That probably should have happened before the dice were rolled.
Yes, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
That's why I also gives me. Oh, the harmonica. Recruit adjacent townsfolk.
What? Adjacent townsfolk. Oh, from the die roll.
So yeah,
That's
like if I roll
super
something, I
nice.
can take either. That's awesome.
Super nice.
Crow-eyed Merle is just basically the Pied Piper of the Oregon Trail.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take.
Also, they're looking at each other apparently.
I'm gonna take the Joker die.
Okay.
So I have no bonuses that activate, but I am, however, going to take the Medicine Man. So I gain 1 medicine. At the beginning of each week, I will gain an additional medicine. Stocking up. So these medicine ones are like half size, so you can have 2 of them in 1 slot, but you can't mix the medicine with the wood because awkward things would happen apparently. And then the die that you discard goes over there.
Would it bug you if I put the dice out here?
Yes.
Would it bug you?
No. It's
Okay.
fine. I'm just being a smartass. That's smarter.
Just
Why
so
are you smart, John?
That is not like you at all.
Just so I can see what's available.
How do you like your cider?
I love my cider. It is a dry Marionberry cider from... I'll mention it when I go back to the bottle. Unfortunately. I could phrase that differently.
Needs of the one is here.
I'm gonna
Hello.
equip. And I will take... this one.
Alright, Kairos. You gonna joke around? You gonna get some wood?
I think I'm gonna take this die, which is the wood, and I will recruit Prospector Thompson. Draw 2 gold tokens, keep 1 of them, and return
It's like
the
you were
other
coming
2
to draw
back.
them from me. I was like, what? No.
Yeah, draw 2 gold tokens from the player on your left.
Alright, so the only one that's left is green. So the disease track advances. And then I will go get Xena a Chewy. Yuji's like, what? What were you doing? Hi, did Daddy leave the back door open so you would go bark at it?
Alright, we got 2 of those. That and... oh, medicine. Each of your wagons with at least 2 equipment is immune to storm.
Yeah.
Wow. It's kind of fun. Take that.
The Wagoner. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. Throw that over there.
Xena's getting Chewy picky. She's like, this is not a new, fresh Chewy. I refuse. Like, she's bringing it to Steve to protest.
John, you went?
Yes, I did.
I will take the blue die.
Oh, wow. Kabuki, that's crazy. Risk Legacy. Always wanted to try it. I really liked Risk growing up.
Yeah, I heard good things about Risk Legacy.
Oh, your wagon's almost full. Okay, cool. So I need to figure out a way to get money. Because I am...
Want $1?
I could. So the sucky thing about the Joker is just... if you take the income, it's just $1. But I can always re-roll it after I select it. But if it's a wild, I can just take any action. So I'm like, why would I risk that? Unless I was specifically after a bunch of money. Either way, when I reroll, I gain a silver. But I think I'm actually gonna take it, and I'm gonna do the I'm gonna take the cattle, the yoke, as they say. The yoke thing. So, yep. Alright, and so
Yellow.
Famine advances. Now it's Kai's turn to roll farmer.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, knitting gamer girl.
A lot of green coming out. Alright, we got some cows, some jokers, some equips, and some mining. I think I'll go ahead and take this equipment. I'll take this mining bandage. Every time I mine, I will get a medicine.
Very nice.
I think I'm gonna take... so this... I think this happens... do you think this happens before or after the bonuses trigger?
After selecting a dice. Mine says...
and triggering equipment.
And triggering equipment.
So probably before. Okay. In that case, I'm going to take the cattle. No, I'm going to take the Joker die and I'm going to re-roll it. It's still a Joker, but I got a silver for that. So it's worth it.
Well, because it's interesting, because paying the silver to change the die face is after the equipment triggers.
Yes.
But this is...
yes.
This is different.
So now I have to figure out what bonus action I want to do. It's not in the rulebook, but nice try. I really want to do a thing. Oh, I do still have a cow. Why did I think I didn't have a cow?
You don't have a cow, man.
Well, darn tootin'. I guess I will take another equip. I will do the last equipment that's available.
Ooh. I'll take the green die then. I will take $2. This is my equipment. And I'll take another cow.
Nice.
So red is going up.
Which I actually wouldn't mind. Alright, and it's back to me on the roll.
Oh, that's right, because you're a gambler with a pistol.
I am. I'm a gambler with a
Darn
pistol.
tootin', doing some shooting.
I'm gambling. There's going to be some raids. I benefit if there's raids. Well, at least now I do. Right now I do. Okay. Hey, look. It's the equip die, and there's no equipment. I'm going to take the medicine die, which gets me a medicine because it's that symbol that matches up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. And then I will actually get 6 silver.
Very nice.
Because...
So you were broke?
I was broke. Something happened. I don't know what. Just minding my own business, playing cards. And then I ran out of money.
End of each week, gain 1 medicine for every 3 cattle you have. How many more dice do we have?
I think just one more roll. Yeah, one more round. It'll be 2 yellows and a red. Is that right?
Yep, 2 yellows and a black.
Oh,
Black, a red, and 2 yellows.
there should be
Oh, no,
sets
your rails
of
are
die. Oh yeah. I wasn't including those.
Oh. Alright, let's try it.
Mad Bonnet says we're going down the oregano trail.
Ooh. Spicy. Fragrant.
Steve doesn't like oregano.
I like oregano. I think I'm going to take the black equipment die.
Thank you.
Yeah. Doing what I can.
You gonna get $3 or the drover, or are you gonna pay to change it to something else? Oh, also at any time, I forgot to mention this. At any time on your turn, you can spend $5 to buy a small wagon, or $8 to buy a large wagon.
Cool.
Yep.
Large wagons are the way to go.
What was left?
It was a blue. Sorry.
Dun, dun, dun.
Double cattle.
Yeah, Steve's got a little cattle engine that he wants to get moving.
He does?
Well, his dude, if he has cattle,
Oh.
he can use cattle to get more people.
Yeah. Well, I think I want one of those cattle. Do I want it to go up? I don't think I want green to go up.
The YouTube chat is talking about how they get rid of their games they call their collection. Mad Bono's arrangement is kind of similar to mine. We have a couple stores in town that I'll sell to, either for their used pile or for their library. But I have good relationships with the store and I know their clientele and I kind of already know what they'll take. So I don't bring in stuff that they wouldn't sell. Like, yeah. Stuff that they wouldn't sell or that I think I could get a better deal for, I will just sell online via Twitter, which is nice. But there's actually a really great BGG community thread for Portland for trading games.
It's true.
I kind of stopped using it because I can get rid of games faster if I just go to the store and then
It's kind of a pain to have to like meet people. And
Yeah,
stuff,
well, because
and-
it's like
yeah.
it's like the Portland meetup page, but then the guy's like, I live 40 minutes away and
Yep.
I'll meet you, and I'm just like, no, like,
Can you meet in Hillsborough?
yeah, like,
I will take the black prospector die. And that gets me a medicine.
excuse me, I wanted the prospector die.
I know you wanted that prospector die.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So that triggers. Question is, do I want a gold nugget? Can you dump stuff out of your wagon at any time?
Yeah.
Yes, you always have to. You can have more, but by the end of your turn, you need to have.
And that's before you do these?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's before your turn.
Oh, your turn.
Ends
Yeah.
technically, so yes.
A large wagon is 8.
Yours, Hillsborough, New Jersey. No, but I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised.
Yeah.
I think I am going to take a large wagon. So my wagon is full.
All right. The cattle symbol is tempting.
Did you... What die did you take?
He takes the black.
prospector die.
Did you want a prospect?
I didn't have any room in my wagon, so I got $2 from it to get a larger
I see.
wagon.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which, good economy sense.
Yep.
Something like that.
Otherwise, it would have been like toss wood into the river.
I'll do
And then get
that to get another medicine, and then I will get, because I get the medicine when I get a medicine die, it's a nice combo.
That's nice.
And then I'm gonna get $6, but I'm actually gonna turn in $2 and get a large wagon.
What?
Whoa! Ba, ba, ba.
I feel like I should be putting stuff in my wagon, but I'm not.
That was my problem last game. All right, and so that's the week. And this actually should have been moving, but we just have been passing the dice back.
Yep.
So that's the week. So, what will happen is first, everyone will get 1 point for the cattle that they have. So John gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And I will get 1 point. And Steve actually somehow went backwards into famine. I don't know.
Yep.
So that's that. And then I guess it doesn't really matter. You can do it in turn order, but it's kind of simultaneous. People can trade into town. So,
Does that happen before end of week stuff?
did you put the rules
behind
back?
the box.
It's behind the box. The order is on the back of the thing. End of the week. Number 1, resolve any card effects.
Cool.
So do card effects first.
So I get a medicine for every 3 cows.
That's nice. Mine's at the beginning of the week, and so is his. Or no, yours is round.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So then we would have normally gotten the VP for the cattle, and now we satisfy the needs of town. And so this one, if you get trade in 1 gold token and 1 equipment to get 2 favor and 3 silver. This one is trade in 1 cattle, 3 silver, and an equipment to get 3 favor. So because I can, I'm gonna go first, and I'm just gonna talk it through. So I'm gonna trade in this gold token, and it doesn't matter how many nuggets are on it. Which, by the way, each nugget on the backside is worth a point at the end of the game. But it only matters that it's 1 token. So I'm gonna trade in the 1 token, which is like discarded at the game, and 1 equipment.
Your revolver.
No, that's about it. I don't want to actually get rid of an equipment, but it's fine. I'm going to get rid of this yoke because, didn't ever work out for me anyway. And then I get 2 favor, which are these envelopes, and it's saying the town owes me a favor, but they're just points. So I now have 4 points for that, and I get 3 silver. And then I'm going to do this town, where I trade in my cattle and 3 silver.
And another equipment.
And another equipment. Wait, I don't actually want to do that. But I'll trade in my medicine roll because I am flush with medicine right now. So these are also out of the game. I'll put them up here.
There you go.
To get 3 more favor.
What?
And each favor, like I said, is worth 2 victory points. And then I now have 10 favor. Or sorry, I have 5 favor, which is 10 victory points. And there's a little token in here that's equivalent to 5 favor. So I will.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I literally just did that for a learning, like teaching moment. If it hadn't been such a great teaching example, I wouldn't have done it, honestly.
Well, I will do something similar. I will trade in a gold token.
I was just
And a
no,
piece of
they don't go back.
they don't go back in the.
They're out of the game.
The gold doesn't go back in.
You don't just like throw it back in the river.
And then I will get 2 favor and 3 silver.
I think I'm gonna do that too. Actually, do I want to do?
Oh, interesting.
We have 3 more rounds, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think.
Do you
Three more
fulfill them both
rounds,
at the
yeah.
same time or in any order? Like, could you use your 3 silver from that to pay for
That's
that
what
one,
Tiffany
I
did.
guess?
Or I guess you had to.
I mean, you.
But
had it.
yes, you can.
Tiffany could float.
Yeah.
She was able
3
to
favor, 2 favor. Okay.
float the money.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so this wipes.
Yeah. So everything wipes. So these will wipe as well.
Okay.
And if we had any equipment left, the equipment would wipe as well. And then all of the dice go back in the bag. And John rolled last, right?
Yes.
And so
you
Steve will
went
go
last.
first. And then we put, again, number of players plus 1, and we always put 6 people out.
Oh, that's nice.
At the end of each week, gain 1 wood for every 3
Boy,
cattle you
I
have.
wish I had cattle.
Oof. Alright, and then, so technically, at the beginning of each week, I gain 1 more medicine. So I will get a medicine before we start, technically.
Does the Wandering Nun occasionally get lost?
I don't know if she wanders while she wanders. It depends.
I wonder. The Man of Influence, you may buy up to 2 favors at 2 silver each.
I know.
No.
Hmm.
The old friend.
Ooh, the woodworker. Also, the old friend's really good, yeah.
Wow.
Up to 2 damage tokens. It's pretty great.
All right.
We're probably going to have some damage. We're going to have some disasters.
Cattle.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 1 step away from famine. I mean, your 1 cow's already died from it.
He's getting dragged along. He's fine. Riding piggyback.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, guys? Yeah, it's easy.
I think I'm going to take this cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, am I going to get a cow? Or am I going to use my harmonica to entice Tracker Marling to join my party? Reveal and discard a gold token. For each nugget on it, gain 1 wood or 1 medicine. You thought you were the gambler. I'm the gambler.
You just
This
asked
is
Tracker
gambling.
Marling to go into the woods
Yeah.
with your gold and come out with some stuff. Yeah, that's what you get.
Wah, wah. If you on discard, yeah.
Hey, remember when I really wanted a pickaxe for reasons? Those reasons disappeared last round. I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna take the wild because it makes the most sense, and I'm gonna do it as an equip action, and I'm gonna take the yoke back because that would be helpful.
You know, gambling isn't all it's cracked up to be.
That's what you get for gambling when you're the crow-eyed Merle. Leave it to Scarlet, the gambler.
I'll take the Man of Influence. I'm gonna pay $4 for that and that.
Those aren't favor tokens.
Favors,
Yeah.
not equipment.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Otherwise, I would have.
Yeah, but
Snatched him
that's
right up.
$4 for 4 points. So.
Hey, Game Lane.
Less enticing, actually. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know why I misread that. So that was.
This is what you
Joe,
wanted in
green
life.
That's what I really wanted in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. The organizer's pretty good if you maintain your cattle ratio.
I know. It's gonna cost a lot of money though. Because cattle cost money.
When the famine.
Oh yes. Yeah, but you're rich right now.
I am rich. I don't need wagons. Because I have nothing in my. Okay, let's try it.
Alright, so green will advance.
Tracker Marling, you didn't do me right.
You're still upset about that.
I'm just saying, I got only 2 medicine, and one of my townspeople is not immune to disease. Tracker Marling.
I have 1.
So like,
Someone's gonna die.
I'm gonna take the cow, which activates my equipment bonus to get a cow. And then, old friend, you're really nice, but like, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I don't need you at all. That sounds really mean. I'm sorry. But I'm going to, I could get 4 money. I could get another cow. I'll just get another cow. Just get another cow. Moo. They're going away from my train. I should.
Just try to follow you.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Steve, are you gonna take the wild?
am I?
Oh, we can have famine and disease.
I know.
So he screwed me hard last night, by the way.
Yeah. Like.
No, in this game.
Okay.
Like, this is a sponsored stream from a family game company. He like totally messed me up.
But then he would have to lose one of his townsfolk if he did that.
Well, unless he, like, does... Yeah. He could pay money to make the die what he wanted. And that's what he did last night.
Yeah.
Just saying. He has a history.
I don't trust him. I do not trust him.
That's the accurate...
She's the gambler.
You're the one that actively was like, I'm going to gamble, and now you're like, I don't trust you, Tracker Marling. Like, you're holding a grudge for hiring a man to do what he said he would do.
I think there's a lot of bandits around these parts. So I think the Wandering Nun
should come to your wagon
to
train.
my wagon train.
Yeah.
This harmonica says, you should join my party. Because it is a party full of medicine.
We still had vision tests growing up. Mad Bona. They still do vision tests. Because my mom's a school administration. They still do the hearing and the vision tests in public schools. And at doctor's appointments. Yeah. Yeah. And they still do vaccines at doctor's appointments. They just don't do them in schools anymore.
This is not my...
Why did you hand him that?
He reached for it.
Oh, okay.
You know,
no, it was Steve's fault.
When someone wants to take game components, you just give them to them.
Hey, good input.
Good old smallpox.
Let's see. I think I do want...
This game is so colorful.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
One thing I like, all the things that you put in your wagon are a different shape if they have like a different function. Like the gold tokens are octagons, corners. All the equipment are squares. When something says an equipment, you know it's a tile shaped like that.
Yeah, it's
like,
nice.
It's a very nice touch.
I mean, it's TMG. Like,
yeah,
it's honestly... While I might not enjoy every TMG game that comes out, like, I know they're well produced.
Right.
So.
Hey, Zena.
Steve, a turn.
You finish your chewy?
I hope not. It was big. I'm hoping Ichi stole it.
I just love gold. I love it. Love gold. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the wood die, and I'm gonna take the blue one, and then I'm gonna roll.
No.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna roll because I wanted something different, and I get that. But I get a silver for when I roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will. Oh. I guess I'll just get a gold because that's what the die says to do. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Okay. And then disease!
Ooh.
So, you must pay 1 medicine for each townfolk. Those who cannot pay for are discarded. I only have 1 townfolk. He's a medicine man.
Can I borrow some of your medicine?
He's like, I've prepared for this day. No, you may not.
My wagoneer is dead.
He died from dysentery.
Boo.
Oh wait, the discard was up here.
I have a decision to make here.
You have enough?
Oh,
I do have enough medicine. But does Tracker Marling deserve medicine?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Crow-eyed Merle is totally heartless. No, I will.
I don't think you have a choice, honestly. I think you have to.
Yeah, you must.
Yeah. You must pay for it. You can't choose to kill off Tracker
Hey,
Marling.
Tracker Marling should know. He was on thin ice.
So, tetanus shot, really funny. So, we've been doing home improvement stuff, and so I was climbing in the attic crawl space, and I was, like, ripping out knob and tube wiring, which is secured through, like, ceramics and stuff like that, and then, like, there's, like, old nails and all this other stuff, and then, like, at one point I was, like, under the crawl space in the basement, like, opening up boxes, and there's, like, just old staples hanging out, and I'm, like, getting scratched, and there's, like, little scratches all over my fingers. And I was, like, I forget, I was, like, in the crawl space, like, hammering or, like, cutting out something and, like, messing, and there was sharp metal, and I was like, you know, I'm really glad my doctor was like, hey, let's give you a tetanus shot when I mentioned to her we were remodeling our 90-year-old house. Because I could not remember if I had a tetanus shot. And she was like, ah. So, yeah. Anyway. That's my funny story about tetanus. Woodworker! Oh my god, yay! But I also want the thing! Ah! Okay, I'm definitely taking this die, but I want Woodworker.
Yeah.
And I want the equipment that he would allow me to get, which also, incidentally, would get me more wood. This is a cruel and unusual punishment. I'm gonna go with the Woodworker because we're only halfway through the game.
It's awful. So either way, I'm losing money.
You might trigger a raid. Before the raid happens, I'm gonna spend $5 to buy a wagon. It's a small wagon.
And actually, I don't know if Tiffany mentioned that if multiple things happen, you do them top to bottom.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so the raid will happen, and
first,
then the famine will happen.
then
So you'll lose half of your silver, and then you must play silver.
It's even worse. But you should make the raid happen, because if a famine happens, I lose a cow. But I make money in a raid.
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
No morals, this one.
I want to make the famine happen.
I don't know. I thought 10. Tetanus is 10.
Is this the trolley problem right here? You're pulling the lever for famine rather than famine and raid.
Yep.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I think
David.
I want a gold.
Hey, David.
The YouTube chat is really funny because it's just like all of a sudden they're like, are they still giving out the MMR vaccine? And then it's like, hi, I like custom dice, hi. And then on Twitch, we're talking about, like, different vaccine shots and vision tests.
Alright, you must pay 1 silver for
There you
each
go.
of your cattle.
Silver for cattle?
Yep, goodbye, cattle. So, bye, cattle.
Goodbye, money.
Goodbye, money.
Those bandits didn't help you out there.
They didn't. I needed them to come to my aid.
Oh man, if you had Scarlet, or if you had the revolver and the bandit, or the bandit had the same thing, where after a raid you get 3 silver, you'd get 6 silver for each raid.
I'm so confused as to what you're trying to allude to.
If you had the revolver and the bandit townsfolk, you would get 6 silver after a raid, because they both have the same ability.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because you would know that. I'm gonna take the equip, and I'm gonna take the equipment I really wanted last time.
Yep.
So there's that. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take the blue one, because we can live with some more famine.
Can we?
I think we're gonna eventually just stop using YouTube. It's really weird. So, like, YouTube, we'll have subscribers that just, like, come in and hang out. But I think that the consistency that I'm getting is that Twitch has better, like, lag time and uploads, and, like, the viewers seem to be enjoying Twitch's, like, quality more than YouTube's.
Yeah, sometimes people will say, like, the YouTube stream is, like, really lagging when the Twitch one is fine. And because we upload to Restream and it uploads to both, like, theoretically it's not us. It would be on YouTube's side.
Don't kill YouTube, it's how I know you're alive. I know, but if we stop double streaming to YouTube, we can become Twitch affiliates, which means that we can have custom emojis. So we can have Xena Ichi emojis.
Don't we only get like 1 or 2?
We get 3.
3? Ooh.
3.
1 for each dog. Xena, Ichi,
Fat Corgi?
and... Well, I was going to say, actually, Fat Corgi would be the best emoji.
Yeah.
Fat Corgis are
This is fine,
squishable.
dog.
Yeah.
Huh?
This is fine, dog.
This is fine. The spoiler dog, yeah.
Spoiler dog.
Yeah.
That would be
Spoiler
a great emoji.
We have a lot.
I think it's cow time for me to go to the cow town. Because we just had a famine, so now there's plenty of hay for the rest of the cow.
Okay. Yeah, great. So we have more famine? Because you just left a yellow?
Yep.
Alright.
That's it.
And that's the week. Okay, so before we do card power, so if you have a card power,
Do you not?
Do cattle first.
then we do cattle.
Oh, card power first.
Yeah, so,
I get a medicine and a wood.
yep. And then I will get 1 point, and John gets 3 more points. 1, 2, 3.
I get 2 points.
You did it! You're on the board!
Yay! I'm on my way to victory point
Slash.
games.
Slash.
Victory point games?
No.
Where all the meeples
Oregon
are laser
Trail.
cut. Yeah. And slightly burnt.
The problem is this part isn't on the Oregon Trail.
It's a pretty windy route. You have to admit.
I'm like,
It
that's
really
like
is.
that's like Utah. Like that's
Yeah.
Utah, Like, this would make sense for Oregon Trail because of the Willamette Valley. Like, we literally just did the Oregon Trail. Steve and I just drove the Oregon Trail.
But wait, we did just go from Wyoming into Utah. And then to
But that's
Idaho.
not... But no, like, this is, like, the end of it. Like, they're saying 50 points, that's, like, the end.
No,
right?
I think of it as, yeah, it's
35?
35.
Like, you've gone past?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying this is the art for here? I mean, it could be, but, like, you're not in Idaho for that long, and you're not in the part of Idaho that has that. Or
In
Utah.
Utah.
You're not in the part of Utah that has
I don't think
that.
that maps to scale.
It's compressed a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
See, now you guys, every time I ask you, it makes me sad.
Tiff, Steve, and John emoji.
It's just, it's
Steven
one
John
emoji. It's all
emoji.
three of
Their
their
colors.
faces.
Yeah.
Nah.
Orange,
Did-
green, and
Meeple
blue.
emoji. We could be the first Twitch channel to do Meeple emojis.
What's the blue dye?
Oh, we're doing end of week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then we did cattles, and now we're gonna do towns. So 1 cattle, 1 wood, and 1 gold.
Oh, I
We
didn't
don't
even
have
look at
wood.
those.
1 equipment. Man, 1 cattle, 1 wood, and 1 gold is great.
I'll do that for 4.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to do any of them. I'm gonna hold on to my equipment.
Cattle, a
Hold on,
wood,
hold on,
and a
do-
gold.
Yeah.
Who needs gold anyway? Gold just slows our wagons down. Who needs cattle?
Give me a 10.
This is reminiscent of the Oregon Trail. On the back of the box, it says you're on the Oregon Trail.
I
Don't.
will also use a 5 favor.
Who was I first?
Tiffany went last, right?
He went last. Yeah.
But that happened last time. Is that just gonna always happen in a 3-player game?
No, because it's 4. We do
5.
4 rounds.
Yeah. So I was gonna shift 1.
So Steve rolled last time first, which means that you shouldn't have been.
You picked the last die.
Yeah, but
So
that
I-
meant you
That
rolled.
means I rolled.
So that
But
means
that's
I'll
what
start.
happened last round.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Did
Unless we
we miss?
missed one.
We might have missed one.
Somebody in the future will tell us
Yeah.
on YouTube comments what we did wrong. The Gonshong Clever stream, by the way, apparently we played 7 rounds, which is how we had such an amazing score.
Oh.
Somebody went back and
wondering
watched
about that.
it
It's
and
like, man,
counted.
you
Yeah, we destroyed on that.
Destroyed.
Destroyed the rules.
And the world. Maybe I picked first. Maybe I rolled.
Who chose the last die?
I chose the last die on the last round.
So it's Steve's turn to roll.
Okay, fine. We'll say that.
I think we maybe didn't shift.
We maybe not start. I don't know. I think we started with him. Whatever. Not a big deal.
Well, I'll take the horseshoe forever, so that we know who's rolling first. I guess it's always 1 more die than the number of players. Or I guess it's always 4 rounds. So wait, does that mean in a 4-player game, the same person would always start?
The round.
Because there's four rounds with 4 players, unless it rotates.
There'd be
In
5
a
rounds.
4-player, yeah.
Because you're always drawing. There's always gonna be enough dice to have 5 rounds.
I thought it was always 4 rounds.
Is it
Because there's 4. I'm bad at math.
Well, we're drawing 3 each.
Yeah.
And there's 4. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 20. No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, there are 20 dice. We're
And we're
pulling.
going-
Yeah,
oh,
you're
you're going
right.
four.
You're
Yeah,
right.
it's
It's
5.
5 rounds.
Yep.
Not this far.
Oh no! I think it was a medicine too.
It wasn't.
Before it fell.
It was cow and mining. Oh, I don't have my 2 cattle. You may discard a cattle to change a die to any face before triggering equipment.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow. Wow. Not that I have any equipment. Ooh, but there is equipment out there.
Some nice equipment out there.
Yeah, I think I gotta get this ranger captain.
What's he do?
You can discard a cattle to change a die to any face before triggering equipment. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Ranger captain. I hope you and Tracker Marling get along. I don't.
Oh, need to do these two.
Oh. Oh yeah. All right, we need to see what the new things are.
2 cattle for 3 favor. 1 wood, 1 medicine, 1 equipment for 3 favor.
The deal maker is pretty good. I think I will take.
Nice.
Oh, I would get my medicine for beginning of the week. I forgot that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the medicine. medicine. Which gives me a free wood. Finally, and each wood I gain gives me a silver as well.
Ooh.
Rolling in it now. And then
rounds are weeks. Okay,
weeks, yes.
so this
Days
one has to be the beginning of the
day.
The week, because a round is a week according to this.
That sucks for wording because they should have just said week.
Yeah.
Because a game of Pioneer Days is played
wording.
over 4 rounds called weeks, each made up of 5 days. Each player will have 1 turn per day, but a day is not a round. A week is a round. Okay, that was important because I was like, this. Yeah, that made sense to me. Is happening every week.
Okay.
So I can no longer do it this round. So I can only do that once more.
I don't know if I want $6 or if I want Professor Claire or if I want... I'm not setting up a great in-game example, but Professor Claire, I can keep you alive and you give me a favor, so we're just gonna go with that. Sure.
I'm gonna take this, but I'll pay $1. Treat it as that, so I can get this. Which will give me 2 kettle.
Oh, you only need to pay 1?
Hmm?
You only need to pay 1 to change face?
Yeah, 2 an adjacent face.
Oh, nice.
That's really nice, yeah.
It's the first time I use it, though.
You got a better tracker than I do. So then, the disaster tracker triggers, yeah?
Storms! I have 1 wood.
I have 1 wood and 2
think
wagons.
about that.
Do you want to...
It would have triggered
terrible.
anyway because it
'cause
was a black die.
Oh no.
Boo.
So I can keep 1 wagon alive, and the other ones get
Where's that
messed up.
character that lets you remove?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's long gone.
Oh, and I got rid of my guy that lets me protect my wagons if they have 2 equipment on it too.
Tiffany thinking of backing Super Fall from Button Flash. Oh, Super Tall.
Oh, is that the tower game? That's like a sim tower.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. Circle of Wagons is amazing. We love Circle of Wagons. It's our favorite game ever. We have copies within reach at any given moment. And I mean that seriously. There's a copy in here.
So good.
2 copies.
There's actually 2 copies in the X-Files version.
We always have extras just in case we're like, we need you to play this, just take it.
Yeah, you need this in your life. Steve has a copy in his backpack that he forgets about until we're bored. Well, I'm bored someplace and I remind him. I have a copy in my backpack. We have a copy in both quivers. We have a copy in the car, I think.
It's that good.
Yeah. Love that game.
Nice.
That one. Avion of Popes? Pope of Avion? What's that one?
Oh, the 2-player,
Yes, because she says she mostly plays 2-player. That's the other one that we have that's 2-player that's good.
Oh.
Tony Miller, our friend, Bearded Rogue, he really likes that one.
Yeah, it's a push-pull game about, influencing the different people.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think there's going to be a Circle the Wagons style city builder. I remember seeing in their like beta testing emails.
I think it's on Kickstarter now.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I don't remember what the name was.
I thought it already happened.
Maybe it already
did. That already happen?
Yeah,
Okay.
you backed it. You backed it for the print and play
Kickstarter.
copy, you said.
Really?
I thought.
Oh.
Sprawlopolis.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't, Nolan did, and Nolan hasn't been filling out his Kickstarter surveys, so I have been, so it'll be coming to our house.
Nolan, that gosh darn dashing cowboy. Yeah, anyway.
I now have access to Nolan's email for like business reasons, and it annoys me because he just doesn't fill out any surveys, and I gave him so much stuff about it. He was finally like, "You fill it out," and I was like, "What's your address?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it, just put yours in." So we have a stash of Nolan Kickstarter stuff like growing in the back corner here.
Clearly, that's the solution to Kickstarter: is just get someone else's Kickstarters sent to your house.
Play them until that person shows up, and then you just give them the ones you didn't like.
Brilliant.
And the other ones just never showed up. Like that's how that works.
Yeah, Circle of the Wagons is definitely worth trying. I think it's one of the ones that sometimes makes it into friendly local game stores.
It goes out of print really fast, he was saying. But, like, we love Circle the Wagons. We did a bonus stream on it, and we loved it a lot. My favorite picture of Abby is with Circle the Wagons. I'm gonna cry.
Cheers.
We love that game.
Yeah.
As much as we love Dark Hat.
Is it your pick?
It is my pick. I'm just getting really sad because that game reminds me of that adorable picture of Abby.
Yeah.
Because magic happened.
You draw a circle anywhere or a box.
Yeah.
Games are cat traps. Or our games.
Well, tell him the full story while I try and pick a dice and distract you.
I'll cry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aww. Our friends have kittens, and we would have a kitten, but Xena would play with it too rough. So
Kittens are fragile.
There's an Abby-sized kitten hole in our hearts that no kitten would replace, but they would grow into it if we got one that survived Xena.
Yeah.
I don't want any of these. I have 2 equipment that activate via things, and guess which 2 are missing? Like,
If only you could discard a cattle to change a die to any face before triggering equipment.
I'm gonna do... I feel like, seeing as we've already destroyed my wagons, I'm gonna take the equip so that I can take this because it's very fitting that I have the deck of cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take this, which gets me a cattle. And I might as well take the beaver, because it's a wood anyway. Okay.
Alright, well I guess disease is happening. I'll take the Joker
Adoptive
and
bomb.
use it as equipment so that anytime I prospect I get an additional gold token.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is normally the only way to get Circle the Wagons consistently. Stores can order them, but it's really hard for stores to, like, they don't like to stock them because they're weird sizes. So if you want Circle the Wagons, the only way to get it is through a Kickstarter or on the publisher's website, and it's $12 plus shipping. So if you can get it in on a Kickstarter, that's the way to do it.
Wow. Oof. Harsh.
Mm-hmm. About to have a raid, huh?
Yeah. I mean, oh no. I'm so annoyed. I was like, would literally, because, like, this stream's like you guys are here on our living room couch hanging out. Wagon. So I'd, like, literally, if you were here watching, I'd be like, here, set up the coffee table and play Circle the Wagons. I'll pause this game and teach you.
Yeah. I'll take this blue die to get 2 gold tokens.
Very nice.
Make the right call, Kairos.
I mean, a raid's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that one.
Appreciate it.
I didn't do it for you. And then I really... I mean, I want more cattle. And this is, like, end of the week, right? Is this end of the week?
It's...
Close.
Nope.
It's close.
We have 2 more days.
Alright, I'm gonna take the Aspiring Pioneer to gain 1 wood, 1 medicine, or 1 cattle. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a cattle. And then a raid happens. So you lose half your money, silver rounded up. So 1 divided by 2 rounded up is 1, so I lose it. But then I have a pistol, so I hold up the raiders to get my money back.
John, how much silver did you lose?
None.
Oh, none? Okay, so I lost 1 and Tiffany lost 1 and then Tiffany got 3. I think there's some inflation happening. Alright, beginning of the day?
I stole from the raiders. They, like, raided us, and then I was like, actually...
Ooh.
You're one of us now.
Yeah.
Look at this. We got cattle,
wow.
Equipment. I think I'm gonna take that black equipment die.
Yep.
Game land backed. Heroes of Land, Sea, and Air? No. HLSA. I don't know.
Heroes of Land, Steam, and Air?
Well, it's supposed to be Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Land, Sea, and Air. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We saw it at Origin. It's huge. Yeah. We just couldn't have it. Like... We have a friend that has it, and he was like, it's huge, and it took like so long to play, and it's fun but like ridiculous, and it's just
like
from what he was talking about, it's not our kind of game.
It's like an event game.
Yeah, we might do a stream of it at some point if we can convince our friend to come over and play and teach us.
I have so little medicine. I'm
But-
so screwed.
Oh, there's
Did you already pick?
yellow in that bag.
Oh yeah, sorry. I picked black equipment,
this is
and I
terrible.
got another prospecting thing. Oh goodness, there's
There's a lot of there's famine.
there's 3 yellow left.
Yeah.
And a red. 3 yellow and a red.
3 yellow and a red.
3 yellow and a red. I'm gonna take the cattle die, which gives me a cattle, and then I'm gonna do the 4 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sell the imaginary cattle that came with that die.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's push up. Start. No. Yeah.
The Kickstarter, I don't normally Kickstart, but because of
play.
business reasons, I've had to be on Kickstarter recently, like looking. I really want Trickier on. It's been really hard, guys. It's not gonna.
No, I'm gonna look up and see what Button Shy is up to.
Now you're gonna back it. No.
I just
Not
wanna
during
see.
the stream. Not during the stream. I did not pull out my phone and look it up. I am being strong.
You are being strong.
We will look it up afterwards. Do you see the words they're typing? Sim Tower? Sim Tower. It's like Sim Tower. Sim Tower. 2-player. I'm just like...
I wonder if it's like Sim Tower.
Must be strong.
Got a lot of cattle there, John.
Tricky Aeron is a magician worker placement game with like programming and actions, and John and I really, really like it.
It's
and
fun.
we like to play it together. And
Yeah.
Steve's played it with us once, and I think he liked it. But like, we really liked it. And I was like, oh, I'll surprise John and get him the Meeple Realty insert. And then he was like, oh, it won't fit because I bought the Kickstarter that's happening right now. And I was like, there's a Kickstarter happening right now? Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of famine. Yeah.
Famine's happening. We could work together to make it not happen.
I'm not
There's
sure.
not.
Not sure.
No
if
reason.
you know
Do the right
what
thing.
kind of
Do the right
time
thing,
it's
fam. I believe in you, fam.
Fam. I'm gonna take this one, which gets me 2 silver. And I'm gonna take the deal maker. I can replace cattle. I can just be like, oh, you wanted a wagon? Here, have a cow instead.
That's nice.
Which I think is amusing to me.
We're
gonna, so John and I discussed, we're gonna stream Tricky Aeron, not for the Kickstarter, which sadly, because the Kickstarter ends in 48 hours. So it would have had to be streamed tonight, which if I had thought about it, we would have. But, yeah.
Oh, is this the last round?
I really like the game! The problem is the current Kickstarter, you cannot back for the base game.
Right.
They don't have it in an add-on, they don't have it in any way, shape, or form. So the only way to get the base game is you have to get the collector's edition, which is $110, but it comes with like literally everything, like all the extra magicians, all the extra like venues,
Metal
and
coins.
like metal coins, and it comes with like the Dark Alley like add-on and like a whole bunch of really cool stuff.
And the expansion.
Yeah, and the expansion, which is what it's on Kickstarter for in the first place, but it's like in a big box, like a collector edition box, and I'm just like,
Just gonna get the medicine.
I just want the base game.
Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so Robert's saying he already has Tricky Aeron, but he's not sure he wants to go in on the collectors, because the upgrade for the collector's edition, if you already have Tricky Aeron, the upgrade plus shipping is like, it's $65, and then you have to pay shipping,
Yeah.
which puts it up to $80 because they ship from, I forget where they ship from, but they don't subsidize at all. Like, it's like if they offer us in pickup, like we will lug that back from Europe ourselves. So if you already have it, it's like tough, but we don't own it at all, so we're like $110.
Yeah.
Because you're upgrading.
I'm upgrading.
Yeah. Because it's worth it. But see,
Because
then
I love it. It's
yeah,
one of my top
but then
5
I'm
games.
like, but John already has it, and John loves it.
I do. I'm willing to play it
Yeah.
anytime.
Any moment.
Yes.
It's like, it would be like the colonist situation.
Yep.
Right? We're like, he loves the colonists, and we love the colonists, so we bought the colonists. Our colonists
What
has
if-
never been played.
What if John is indisposed when we want to play.
See, that's why we bought the colonists. It's not...
All right, do those end of the round things.
All right, I get a wood and a medicine. No, I get 2 wood and 2 medicine.
Ooh, can you pour me a glass of wine? It's the bottle that's already open. There's a twist-off bottle. No. No, not a quart. Just a wine glass.
Quart of wine?
Thank you. Did we not have a bad thing happen?
Nope, there's one left on fame.
Oh.
Which, thank God.
Wait, but then wouldn't a red have gone up? No.
No, Finland was here.
Right,
And then I moved there.
I was too busy talking about how much I want Tricky Iron. I get 3 points for my cows.
You
Cows.
wine glass filled all the way to the top, right?
No, Steve gets... Ooh, John! I was talking about Tricky Iron, and he was over here like, and you get a cow, and you get a...
I'm running my cattle engine. These wagons are pulled by cows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And they get me 2 medicine and 2 wood.
There, yeah.
I don't know how they get me wood, but I'm not gonna ask.
Not gonna ask
what
about it.
happened?
Just look at his cows. What?
It's not
Things
very-
happen.
If anyone's wondering, it's a swift, dry Marionberry cider. So, or I guess I can do that.
Nah, it's a little better.
Then we have those, huh?
Canada Day! I love Canada Day. Canada is great.
Is that like Canada Dry?
No, Canada Day is like 4th of July.
4th of July.
But
Better.
yeah.
I'm gonna trade 2 cattle for 3 favor.
John.
I think I'm gonna do Tricky Iron as my birthday present. I just talked it out with you guys, ignoring them, and I feel like
I support.
Yeah. So I feel like
I mean, I don't have
Jesus
much
Christ.
skin in this game, but
You know, I think
You do a little bit though, because if I have my own copy,
you're more willing to play it.
You don't have to bring it
you
over.
don't have to bring it over.
True.
/
Yeah.
You know, I'm just glad that you went through this super tall decision process with yourself and came, you know, to a conclusion that was button shy. I don't know where I'm going. But...
Okay, we have to do
That
that.
places.
1 wood, 1 medicine, and 1 equipment for 3 favor.
I
Or
got
2
nothing.
cattle for 3 favor.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do that as well.
I'm gonna do 2 cattle.
Is
You can only
my-
do each once, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Is my wagon on camera? I think it is. So I've got 2 gold pans, a harmonica, 3 bags of gold tokens, and 1 bottle of medicine. And some damage on the wagon. And Crow-Eyed Merle over here is like, I'm glad there's enough medicine for everyone important.
Yeah. We really should have streamed. If I had realized, I just didn't even think we could have streamed Tricky Iron tonight.
Oh, because when does the Kickstarter end?
48 hours.
So we could...
We could stream it tomorrow.
Yeah, or Thursday, but yeah.
You want to come over tomorrow?
If you want to set up at my house, I'd be willing to.
Would that work with the
Everybody's teaching.
monsters you have?
Yeah.
There's always tomorrow. Yes, Robert.
I think so.
John has a monster that lives in his attic.
I do.
It's an adorable monster.
Cutest little monster.
Yes. With curls, somewhat similar to John's.
Mhm.
Not as curly. There's some straight.
They'll get there.
And then curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what happens?
Somebody commented about your curls.
I know. My hair's. I don't know why I grow my hair long in the summertime and short in the winter, but it tends to work out that way.
Well, somebody was saying that like I was watching a video and somebody was saying that hair catches your sweat, right? So when you sweat on your scalp, it goes down your hair.
Yeah.
So if you're bald or have a buzz cut, you like end up with hair like dripping down more on your face and forehead because your hair doesn't like catch it and like slick it back.
Okay.
Which, having had long hair for a long part of my life and now short hair, I agree with. It makes sense.
So long hair is like a sweatband?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So it's the last round, so 3
wow.
3 favorite thingies
Yeah.
are coming
So
out.
we have all the
And
options.
then there's all the characters.
Yep. And then equipment. And there's more equipment than you need every game unless you're playing 4-player, and then I believe there's like exactly enough equipment. Great. Okay.
Does it go? I think it went to you, right? Because you
John picked last.
John picked last because I started.
Yes.
So you start. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I was correct to give it to you. Also, it's the beginning of the round, and I cannot discard 2 cattle to take any townsfolk, which makes me so sad. So sad.
Oh, Robert says he's fine without solo. He'll just play both sides of a 2-player game.
Oh, that's not sad. That's awesome.
That's how he plays.
That's what I do. Yeah.
He'll play 3-player games that way. If
That's
he wants,
hard. 2 players is a lot easier.
Yeah, if he really wants to play something and I just won't touch it, he will play 3-player by himself.
No, but if a game doesn't have any like hidden like blind information, it's great to do that.
I can see that.
Like if there's no hand of cards or like hidden token, like hidden movement you can't do, but
you can try. If I remember correctly, like money is basically worthless at the end of the game. I am not.
Yeah, I haven't seen any townsfolk to give points for money.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Awful. This is so awful.
oh, did we got cattle points, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the that, which gives me 2 silver. And then I'm going to get the mayor's daughter. When recruiting, you may take an adjacent townfolk instead.
Oh,
right.
Like a harmonica.
Yep. Mayor's daughter is as good as a harmonica.
I mean, I have a harmonica.
And then I am really rich, so I'm gonna buy a not broken large wagon because that just makes sense.
Why do you want wagons?
I have a character that gives me 2 points per large wagon, 1 point per small wagon.
I need to ensure that famine doesn't happen. I think I need money for when it does.
Robert, so you're saying I should solo Whitechapel?
The new Trickerion has a solo Automa too.
Didn't I already have solo? No. I just love that game so much.
Sorry, I brought it up again.
Normally I would be like, yeah, we'll move the cameras and the lights and we'll play. Actually, you have better lighting in your kitchen than we do.
Yeah.
The thing that's stopping me is we're supposed to put up drywall tomorrow, and I'm supposed to play a game that Deepwater is working on publishing, and I wanted to go to the river.
Thursday?
We could Thursday. Yeah.
I'm also stuck at home though.
Maybe. That Thursday might work. Because Thursday we leave open for streams normally.
Yeah.
So, we will discuss.
I'm going to get an equipment die.
Of course, I think it would be too late for the Kickstarter, though.
Would it?
And I'm
It's
going
48
to get
hours
yet another gold tin.
So that would be,
So it'd be kinda
Alright.
close.
Getting closer to a raid. John.
I'll look up the time. We'll see.
Do.
That's how that's how Steve learns games as well, is he sets them up and plays around by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
how I do it.
it's hard for me to learn from being taught. And it's hard for me to learn from a rule book if I'm not also playing it. So
Yeah, Steve, what kind of learner does that make you? A hands-on learner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual?
do it
Well,
myself.
I don't think it's visual, because
I guess rulebook would be visual, right?
yeah, like I cannot learn games from people telling me. Like I turn off and walk away. Like literally, will walk away from a game while it's being taught. But if I read the rule books, I just get it. Which helps with like the SN like lists and stuff. I read rule books and I'm like, oh okay. But Steve needs to play it, or at least do a demo. So it's really awesome that he was able to go to Origins this year, and do that for a lot of the games that we ended up picking up to stream, because he could do that legwork. It took a lot of pressure off of me, which was super awesome.
I'm gonna do a medicine, and I'm gonna get the packer. I can store a gold token per wagon without using the space. Is that what I want? No.
No, he said.
I'm gonna do the adjacent. I'm gonna get the gold petter. Draw 1 gold token from the bag for every 2 favors I have.
Oh, wow.
So that's 3.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. I didn't even see that.
The all-rounder, I just noticed, is gross.
Choose one to keep.
Oh.
And discard.
I
Return
didn't
the
get my
rest.
medicine for the start of this week.
Right.
Just like, I
Medicine's
have a lot of
important.
town people. This is very... important that I get the medicine they deserve.
I should have gotten the wood at the beginning of the week. My ear be giver. Tactile learner.
Tactile. That would make sense. I think I'm gonna take the cattle dye to get a cow because of my yoke bonus, and then I'm gonna use the mayor's daughter to recruit the gatherer instead, which just gives me 2 wood.
Very nice.
And then whenever I gain wood, I also gain silver, so I will get 2 silver.
So disease went up. Getting close to disease and famine.
Yeah, this is not a great round happening.
Okay.
He needs to die too. Were you able to vlog at Origins? No, not at all. Nope.
So it's like 4 dice. It is. Oh, all blue.
Storms are coming.
A lot of medicine. Well, I'm definitely just going to take medicine. Oh, Kabuki, the Kickstarter version of V Commandos had, I think it doubled the number of characters with some kind of weird ones with weird abilities. As like Kickstarter rewards, and then there were 2 extra expansions that you could also do as stretch goals. So people talking about the Kickstarter version of V Commandos might be talking about the fact that it had 2 expansions or the fact that it had a bunch of bonus characters. It also had a art swap of all the basic enemies and I think a couple bonus missions. So yeah, I think a couple bonus missions, art swaps of the enemies, and some extra characters, and then you could also get the expansions. I don't know if it's worth the hunt. It might be better just to get one of the expansions instead of the Kickstarter version, but you can find the Kickstarter version.
If you wait long enough, you can get it. Wait, did we already get rid of yours?
My V Commandos?
Yeah.
No.
Are we sure?
Uh-oh.
If you wait long enough, Kabuki could. Ichi!
Hey.
What? No.
That's probably me.
There's nothing. No. Oh, it was a ploy to get Xena to move away from the Chewy. Yeah. Xena was like, what are we working at? And Ichi was like, you move away enough? Oh no, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out for what you just did.
Yeah, bonus characters, that is a completionist nightmare.
Sorry.
Do the right thing, Kairos.
Well, I think the right thing is to not play at all.
Yeah.
However, because of reasons, I will play. I'm gonna take that to get a wood, which gets me a silver because of my bonus, and then I will actually gain the medicine as well because I can feel some slight dysentery starting.
Mild dysentery. Do the right thing, John. Do the right thing.
I don't have enough medicine.
Thank you, Chuck.
That would get me 4, so I'd lose 2.
It's kind of neat to see the growth from Gen Con 2013 vlogs to know. Oh my gosh. It's so weird to me. Somebody was asking me, like, I did the interview for Punchboard Media, and they were like, how did you start and how have you developed? And I was just like, oh my gosh. So crazy. I was on so many streams at Origins, and I was in so many interviews. Like, people came to the booth, and I was in an interview. I can tell you who did vlog. Cloak and Meeple vlogged Origins, and they posted vlogs in same day turnarounds. It's not the same style as mine, but it's a vlog. So if you want to see Origins vlogs, go check out the Cloak and Meeple channel. And I'm in the day 1 vlog. I'm on the Thursday vlog.
Sorry, Steve.
No.
I'm gonna pay 1 to make that a medicine. But I get a cattle first.
I know, Xena, it's a really rough.
Yep.
Well.
So that pushes up disease. So I've got 4.
I think the
1,
Wandering
2, 3,
Nun, the
4,
Ranger
5,
Captain,
6,
the Dashing Cowboy, and
been
Tracker Marling.
Been stockpiling medicine the entire game, and still one person will die. One
Then-
person will
2 medicine for the prospector and the gold peddler.
I'm losing my ear beaver.
Dina is fine.
She might not do a body.
She might. Or she might just want more water. They might be out of water.
That was Steve's roll, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have to kill someone though. Hang on a sec.
You had tons of medicine though.
Killing.
I had 6 medicine and 7 people. I have to abandon someone who is sick, ill, and dying on the roadside.
They'll be fine.
It's the
really.
Hippocratic oath. Do the right thing.
Well, the medicine man is actually no longer worth any points to me. You did not do your job, medicine man. All right, we're good. Sorry.
It's okay.
Just scratch you.
Yeah. It's getting violent out here. All
right.
Oregon Trail. How many more do we have? 2 more rounds?
Yes. According to the dice that I have.
So, ooh, we're looking at a famine. That sucks. That really sucks.
Alright,
You'll have that
happened.
soon.
Sounded like a threat.
You will usually.
Well, what happened
stream.
here? Was this Tiffany rolling?
You had a lot of people die. Abandoned by
The prospector.
You had a lot of
and
people abandoned by the roadside.
the prospector Thompson and the gold peddler. They're hanging out.
I don't think there's gonna be a storm that kicks up.
Yeah.
Potentially, but like unlikely.
There's more blue, but there's black.
There's blacks, yeah. The famine's for sure gonna happen.
Worst case, we get a storm and a raid.
Yeah. I think. I think I'll take. I don't want that die.
I don't want it.
I'll take this wood for no reason except for I want the all-rounder.
Mm-hmm.
Because he gives me... If I have no cattle, gain 1 cattle. Do the same for wood, medicine, and gold. And I have no medicine because... just used it all. And I have no gold.
Very nice.
Yep.
No, you do. You have 1.
Damn it! That's fine. I still got a medicine. It's cool. It's cool.
All right, Steve. Are you going to do right by us?
Oh, it's me, isn't it? You?
No, it's me, but...
Oh, yeah, of course I'll do right
Yeah?
by you.
Trust him.
Yeah. I trust me.
He's in a double prospect. Look at all that gold.
He's not safe.
Yeah, he's gonna leave that to die. We're gonna get screwed.
Do you see how many people he abandoned by the roadside?
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
It's just...
I mean, John, I can trust you to do the right thing.
Well... I don't want to lose my cattle. I only need $1 more, I suppose. But taking that for $1 is terrible.
I mean, I like that die. That die speaks to me.
Robert likes how we interact with the chat. Thank you, Robert. That's why we stream. That's actually the only reason we keep streaming is because we like interacting with the chat.
Yeah.
This is the one stream in board gaming where we like literally invite you into our home. We don't have a studio.
trusting you.
We don't have a setup.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
trusting you.
do the right thing.
Yeah, do the right thing. So I'm gonna get $8.
Wow. Oh, because you have the safe.
Because
Or
I
no.
have the cards with medicine.
The gamblers, yeah. He's gambling with medicine.
Okay, John, I will do the right thing. Taking the black die, and I'm going to use it to hire the packer.
Very
I
nice.
can store 1 gold token per wagon without
Wait,
using
how
the
did
you
you?
hire the packer?
You can't hire the packer.
Oh, you can only hire if
He's
it's
not adjacent.
He's not adjacent. It doesn't wrap.
Then he's not gonna get the
Oh,
black
it's
Have you been
'cause
cheating
it's-
this entire game?
No.
No,
it's
but
first
I
time.
thought because it was the Joker, you could.
No, you can only do the Joker. The Joker allows you to do any action spot, but if you do the income, you have to do the Joker income, and you have to do that card. Yeah, it doesn't let you do whatever you want.
Well, I'll do that just to get. I'll do it to get a gold token.
Yeah, welcome to is blow it up. It's
Which I could have gotten 2 gold tokens, John. I just wanted to
I
point
know.
that out.
That's what I was afraid of.
it's kind of a lot of gold. Welcome to is blowing up, which makes me happy, but also nervous, and also at the same time exasperated. Because I've been telling people this game's good. Nobody believed me.
Oh, what triggered? Oh, you did it.
Those are all
Disease,
not so
disease
good.
went up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So money's worth nothing, right?
Thank you, David. Oh, I heard. Is Ichi outside too?
That's Xena.
Oh, that was her back inside bark, wasn't it?
That was her. I want to play with Teddy bark, I think.
Maybe.
Right, well, John,
I don't know if Teddy's still out there.
Probably not, but doesn't mean she can't ask
do that.
for it.
I'm gonna be able to do that.
Oh! Sorry, everybody.
Alright. I'm just gonna prospect.
That was the coming inside bark.
We got an update on the shipping for Welcome to. It's going to land in our warehouse on July 10th. Because apparently it was going to land on a Saturday and they're not open. So I'm like sad. Just like even more like, are you kidding me, people?
Is it the original game or the sequel? It's just the joke's never funny. Yeah.
But he keeps telling
Finally.
He does over and over and over and over. And over
One
and
day it will be a
over
funny
and
joke.
over and over. We're like in Columbus.
That's what it is about jokes. If they're not funny at first.
We're in
you just
Columbus,
keep telling.
Ohio, and like we're driving around and there's billboards and there's signs that are like, and we're staying at an airport hotel, and so it's like, welcome to Columbus, welcome to Hawaii, welcome to relaxation, like all this other stuff, and he'll be like, hey, welcome to, like every billboard. Just,
Literally.
Oh, for buying wagons, is that only on my turn?
mm-hmm.
It is only on your
Could I have bought a wagon on my turn?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your victory will just be hollow. And
Are you
it's
gonna?
my 8.
What action did you take?
I took the Packer.
Great.
I can store a gold token per wagon without using a space, and he also gets me 1 VP for a gold token.
Very nice.
Yeah. He's basically really good at. How does Circle of Wagons work solo? I have tried it. I tried it before one of my medical procedures. I really enjoyed it, and I don't play solo games.
Nice.
It was
So
there's
he watched me play it. It was really good.
there's basically a deck flip where you're flipping icons into the wagon of the like AI player you're playing against, and there's simplified scoring. Like there's a subset of the scoring. And so it's basically that stack is getting points for sets of cards. So it's like what you don't pick. Like if you skip, you give them cards, kind of.
Okay. I'm going to take the Joker die, and I'm going to use it to get cattle. So I can get a cattle. And that is my turn. And hey, nothing bad happened, everybody.
Yay.
Good job!
We did it.
Okay, end of week cards.
Get a medicine and a wood.
Don't think I have any.
Is it? And this is the last round.
This is the
end?
last round, yep. Last week. Okay. Next we do cow scoring. So I have.
When do we push all the disasters up 1 space?
We do. We do. Oh yeah. Spoilers, John. It's after the final week of the game, before visiting town.
Oh no.
So is it?
So we get our cow scoring first?
No, you don't.
Boo.
Yeah,
Can I
so
not
we're
can I not spend all my money?
Yeah,
For the
I
wagon?
do much prefer Circle the Wagons
We're gonna
two-player
get
than
rated.
solo, just because
What?
there's a little book.
We're gonna get rated.
I know, but
Yeah.
then at least I would have enough money to pay for my cattle.
Oh, do you want to undo your wagon that you bought out of turn order? That's fine.
I'll stop cheating.
Okay. So end of the week, we advance all of this stuff. And then, so we trigger them. So we're going to have a raid. So I will lose 3 silver. And then, hey, look, I get 3 silver back. Because I still have my pistol.
4, 6,
And then we have to pay 1 silver for each cattle. And I pay 3
10,
for
12.
my cows.
So I have 12, so I lose 6. And that leaves me with just enough to pay for my cattle.
Okay. So that happened. And then we do the cards, if anybody still has end of week cards.
I already took mine.
Okay. And then we do the cattle scoring. So 1, 2, 3. And you have another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Kairos is 1. And then we do the town visits. So I can actually exchange cows
Oh, right.
for goods.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to be like, oh, hey, you want 2 equipment? Have some cows
Wait,
instead.
did the raid and the famine trigger?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
already did it. What were you doing?
So I lose my silver and my
Oh,
cattle.
so you don't get a point.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that happens before we do this.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to 2 equipment for 2 favor.
Oh, actually, I can actually do the 2 equipment because it's the end of the game. So I'm going to do the 2. Oh, wait. She gives me points for equipment.
I will also do the 2 equipment.
I'm going to do for 2 favor.
I won't do that one. Okay. I can do 1 medicine and 1 cow.
Cattle medicine for
2 favor. Need some change over here. I did it. And I get 1 more. Okay. And then, so is that one. Oh, and I get 3 silver.
One's worth nothing.
And then we do 2 gold, but I'm gonna do 2 cows instead.
Nice.
Oh,
To gain 2
awesome.
favor.
that's awesome.
You want gold? Have some cows. Easy is okay.
It's trash day.
It's trash day. Oh yeah, it's trash day. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I just realized trash day is moving to Wednesday, which means that they're going to be rolling cans out on Tuesday night during the stream, and then rolling them back Thursday morning. No, they won't. They won't stay out that long.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. So I could get 2 more favor for equipment, which is worth 4 points. Yes, that's much better than if I hold on to it for my townsfolk. That does that. Okay, cool. And then
I just feel like there's a lot less people in my wagon train than in yours with yours.
I'm not gonna touch that. Yeah, if you Google the 1 tar circle of wagons, you'll find it. If you want anything on our channel, your best bet is the 1 tar, just 1 word, and then the name of the game.
The Googles.
Because Google is awful for search when you're on the channel. But if you do the 1 tar, 1 word, and then the name of the game that you want, if it was a hot game, there's a high chance that we've streamed it. If it's a Euro.
Yep.
If it's Ameritrash, there's no chance.
Don't think I won.
Don't even. Yeah.
Really don't think I won.
Okay, so that was that. So now we do end of game scoring.
The only people I have left alive.
1 victory point per gold nugget. Sir.
2.
Me too. And there.
11.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So if we don't make it to 50, does that mean we just don't make it to Oregon?
You don't make it to Oregon.
Yeah.
No.
You don't make it to victory. You make it to, like, moral victory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ian. Ian.
Hey, Ian.
I was talking about you the other day, Ian. It was a good thing, I promise. All right, 2 victory points per favor. Oh, hang on. If you have or are tied for the most favor, gain 5 victory points.
Oh.
I have 16 favor.
I believe John got it.
I have 18 favor.
All right, you get an extra 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But only this time. Okay.
Did we get victory points for the favor?
Oh, yes. And then you get your victory points for the favors. So you had 18 times 2, so that's 36. Okay. So
John made it to Oregon.
You're at 24 plus 36 would be
60.
60, yeah. So you are here on top of Steve. And
On top of Tiffany.
Oh, that's me. Wait.
Uh-oh. No, that's right, because he just moved 11 for his gold.
Right. Okay. I was like, wait, how are you beating me? And then you got, sir, 16.
Yeah.
So you are at 14, so you would be at 30.
Not Oregon.
No. I feel like you'd be somewhere in Idaho.
Yeah.
Maybe Salt Lake City. I have 16 times 2 is 32. So I'm at 10, so I just go up to 42. I win because I got the answer to life and happiness and everything. Okay.
Not your final score, though.
Yeah. Gain VP according to your townsfolk. Check the bottom of each townsfolk card to see how many VPs you get.
Oh, no. I only get 15, so that puts me at 45.
Okay. My money is worthless.
I get 12.
Okay.
72.
Oh, I traded him off. No, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, there's 1 VP for townsfolk when you have a lot of townsfolk. Pretty great.
Yep. So, I get 2 VP for a large wagon, 1 PV for small.
Oh, oops!
Twice.
I lose 2 for my
2,
damage.
4,
Oh, so do I.
6. 7.
Lose.
So I get 14 points for that. 1 VP for cattle. Don't have cattle. So I'm at 14 points. And then 1 VP for townfolk. And I have 7 townfolk. So
21.
it's 7 times 3. So 21
Wow.
plus 14 puts me at 35.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get 1 VP for equipment. And I have 2 equipment left. So 37 points.
Wow.
So 42 plus 37 would be 79.
You won.
79!
Wow.
I went to Oregon and back.
You lose 4,
Oh, and then I lose 4.
but you still win.
Yay!
Yay! Many of us made it to Oregon, but a bunch of us didn't. Well, I'm glad that all the people...
I like to think that we made it and we were like, nah, and we were just driving
So
back.
keep going.
We were just
Yeah.
like, we'll just...
Yeah. You know, just all the people that passed away along the
Money's
way
nothing.
on my route,
Oh yeah, money's worth nothing unless you
know,
have a townfolk.
at least everybody else made it
Yeah.
not to Oregon.
I like that nothing...
Their deaths weren't in vain.
I like that basically everything is worthless unless
Yeah.
you have
That's fun.
a townfolk for
Yeah.
it. Because you're like, oh, why would I get townfolk?
And you have to keep them alive. I don't know, I feel that disaster...
The important part is you have to keep them alive, guys.
The disaster stuff was more interesting in 3-player because it was a bit... Just there were other people drafting to cause
sure.
which disasters happened.
Yeah.
It was less
a
on the
little-
person who went last.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. But, I mean, I think also the unique player abilities really made the game way more interesting.
Those made it way more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what other characters there are in the other decks. Because, like we said at the beginning of the game, there are 5 card decks. 5 sets of, like, people, and you shuffle 2 sets together every game. And so there's a lot of replayability and, like, making the different combos. So there's that. So I'm interested to see, because I feel like the C ones really made it interesting over the base B ones.
Yeah, the C seemed a lot about goods and things.
Yeah.
So it's like getting a lot more goods than I guess you normally would.
So
we have to
the
love
decks
this.
seemed
you're
themed. Yeah, could we get... I wasn't saying wait on V Commandos. I was just saying I don't know if the Kickstarter edition was that much better than the retail. I think it was more like retail plus an expansion is probably more value for you than like Kickstarter base with no expansions. So yeah, I don't think it's coming back to Kickstarter. It was just I don't know if the Kickstarter edition is that important to like lust after because it's some extra stuff, but there's so much in the base game. I think you'd be fine.
Aw, thank you, Charles. He backed 2 copies of Welcome 2 because he wanted to help the charity. That's so
Aw.
great.
That's great.
Yeah, we totally would have loved to sell to Canada, but we can't. Just log this plane really fast.
Also, I am going to cheat.
Just don't mess up our scoring.
No, I just want to see the equipment
70?
distribution because my theory was that there's only 1 of each special piece of equipment, but maybe there's 2.
What do you...
Oh, like possible
Like
combination?
1, or just I want to see if there only 1 revolver, 1 safe.
One safe,
'Cause
yeah.
I think there's only
Yeah,
1
what?
of each of the special ones.
You were at 70. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, look away if you don't want to spoil the distribution, but it looks like the special equipment, there is only 1 of each in the game.
Yeah.
So it might not even come out.
Yeah, it might not even come out because we didn't see...
Which is pretty cool.
We didn't see a bunch of them last game. Like last game, we didn't see the harmonica. I think we didn't see the wagon wheel. The hay came out like at the
But
end.
nobody got it.
We didn't see the
Yeah.
revolver. We did see the immunization thing.
I think there's 1 of each possible combination for the equipment with the things.
Is there more of these cards?
There are, yeah. There's more those cards in the deck. There's a lot of replayability in like the things that you add. There's a lot you put back in the box after setup.
That's cool.
So, if you're playing with 4 players, you will see all the equipment tiles. But if you're playing with less than 4, you will not.
Oh, because you wipe.
Well, because you do number of players plus 1.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and you wipe. So, how do you guys feel about the score track? Lots of people freak out. I don't mind. I can't do my normal math skips on this score track. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I actually counted out the numbers, which I normally don't do. Normally I just go, oh, you get 11 points. Aboosh.
Yep.
but on this one, I don't know why. I think it's because the dashes don't line up exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't, I even at a couple times I looked to do it and I was like, I'm eating up airtime. I can't, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but for how little you move the score during the game, I'm okay with it. I think it's fine.
And probably also, I wonder if they did want people to count out along the track, so they
it
made
looks
it,
like it's moving.
They made it, harder to skip.
Because you're actually going along their own track.
Although one thing, I was trying to reduce John's score by 2 points, but I did it in the opposite direction because I was looking at the line above it.
Right.
So I think you can probably make mistakes like that.
Yeah. So there's one of each. We'll just there you go.
And interesting. So and they don't trigger on Joker or equipment, but they will trigger on mine, cow, wood, or medicine. The other one.
Well, because there's no equipment.
There's no
bonus.
Equipment bonus.
He was looking at
the
the bonuses.
Yep.
Which is normal. So yeah, I think that having played this game 2-player and 3-player now, this is the unsolicited Tiffany and Steve opinion part of the game. And a reminder, thank you Tasty Minstrel for sponsoring this stream by providing this game for us to play. Thank you very much. Seriously. We would not be streaming if companies weren't providing us copies of games because it's an expensive thing. But now we're gonna care about the things we liked and didn't like. Oh no, what happened to the camera? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, we'll just switch to this one. Uh-oh. Did anybody else have that AIM messenger? Uh-oh. Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Oh yeah, wow, I hear that and I just want to check something.
So 2-player, it does work, but like Steve was saying, the way the disease track works and the drafting, in 2-player, it's a lot tougher to try and prevent diseases or famines or raids if you're the person going second, because it's up to you. Whereas in 3-paper, there were times when John was like, all right, Steve, are you going to do the right thing? Because I will do my part. You know what I mean? And that can happen in a 3-player and a 4-player game, but in a 2-player game,
it's always that back and forth.
Yeah, it's more of a back and forth. There's more situations where it literally comes down to one person doing it. And we had a game, in our 2-player game, where it came down to, all right, Steve, one of these two bad things is going to happen, and I'm going to take the black die, so both of them don't happen. But it's up to you to make the right call, so the one that screws us both the worst doesn't happen. And instead, he spent money on his turn to change the die face to what he needed to make it where the bad one wouldn't hurt him as bad, and just completely devastated me.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Which is probably what some people want in a 2-player game. Yeah. But that situation is I think more of that kind of situation where he was able to pull that off is not always as common. I think it's more common that he was in the situation where he's like, oh well, now I'm screwed, it's up to me to fix it. So there's that to keep in mind in regard to that for this game for 2
Yeah, it's slight semi-cooperative, or you can make it semi-cooperative, or you can make it, everybody loses or everybody wins. So it's a little, I guess, prisoner's dilemma-y. Do I help both of us or do I hurt? And that does tend to be the person who goes last. But I think in a 3-player, the person that goes first is, maybe going to take the black die. Yeah. And then next player can pick. Yeah. I mean, maybe. It's
maybe the person that goes first wants to see.
Your choices are cascading down the chain. And it with more people, there's more people to pull something out. So I feel like that was a little more interesting in 3-player.
Yeah, don't play this game with jerks. I mean, don't play any game with jerks, but
or maybe
or that's part of it. And I think that's part of the game.
Games,
but there's like you said, people that just want to watch it burn. Be like, I'm gonna just not take the black die, and everyone just gets destroyed.
Yeah. So
just for the fun of it.
That's who you're playing with. But in 2-player, I feel like the situation can more commonly arise where one player gets stuck with it. Yeah. If that makes sense. But again, it's who you play with. So there's that. Component wise, we've already talked about, it's really nice. TMG always goes up on the components. There are typos on the player boards and cards. I've noticed them a couple times. They're also not consistent with their wording across player boards and cards. We were talking, his thing says each round, whereas everything else says week, because a week is a round.
And I assumed a round was everybody taking a turn, but that's a day. So I think this is something that would benefit from that 2 or 3 pages at the end of the book that goes into detail about everybody's ability.
Right.
Yes, which this game is lacking. There's no FAQ on individual card powers. There's no FAQ on player boards. And for the most part, I think it's okay because the iconography is really consistent. The message is really consistent in the rules. The problem is they weren't consistent always in their word usage. And I know for a fact this game has been in development for 3 years because I have a good relationship with Tasty Minstrel. So, like, things get mixed. Like, this isn't, like, it doesn't make the game unplayable. But it's one of those things, like, there will probably be an FAQ on BGG at some point about this game.
Yeah, and I think it would benefit from, like, some power clarification. Because in this game, a lot of these cards are awesomely powerful, so the game, your score could hinge on, like, the wording. So
That makes sense.
Well, and there's one thing that's super important is there's an intent where if a wagon is damaged, you can't sell it to townsfolk, but it doesn't actually say that anywhere in the rulebook.
Oh.
Yeah. But they went over, so when Rodney does a Watch It Played script, he writes the script, and then he sends it and works with the publisher, so the publisher proofs it and makes sure it's, like, accurate to the rules and things like that. And in that process, they caught that, and Rodney added it to the rules teaching. So if you watch and learn from Rodney's video, link down below if you're watching on YouTube, you'll know that. But if you're just learning from reading the rulebook, you won't know that unless you go and look it up on BGG. So there's a couple instances with this game where that has happened because they don't have an FAQ or they weren't necessarily like 100% clear on those kind of like corner cases. And we even had a couple corner cases in this game in regards to like my power, does it trigger the thing or does it not trigger the thing? And the only way we could figure it out was we read his.
Yeah.
Which is not in the rulebook. So if we didn't have his player card out, we wouldn't have figured that out.
Yep.
So there's that.
And, like, the timing of that, I think, could have gone either way.
Yeah.
It really could have.
And I think it's fine. I think it's the kind of thing also where you want to maybe catch that stuff when the card comes out or, like, when someone gets the player. Or just, I mean, like, make a ruling on it then so you don't have to make it during the game, if possible.
Yeah.
Like, figure out what you want it to mean if there is an ambiguity.
I think I was putting all the wood bits in with the cards. I think I was doing the cards.
But yeah, like...
Do we have any other criticism, feedback, thoughts, feelings?
I think I was just going to say that in, like, I don't say TMG style, like the asymmetric player board powers and all of the, like, many townsfolk were awesome, and I'm really happy they did the mixed decks and that sort of... I mean, I've played it in Rosenberg, so I want to call it the Rosenberg style, but, like, you can choose which decks you want and mix the characters.
I think there's a lot of replayability in this box.
They do all come out. So I think there's a lot of replayability, and I would say in your first game, if you're comfortable, like, play with the advanced powers maybe, or like try that.
Yeah, it's not too tough.
I think you'll get the best experience if you're comfortable doing that for your first game.
But yeah, there's 8 asynchronous player board like abilities to pick from. So if you're playing with 4 players consistently, there's still 8 possibilities, and the combos of what are out in each game and whatnot is a lot. So Tasty Minstrel, this reminds me of Belfort. We were talking about this earlier. Like this game reminds me of Belfort. If you ever played Belfort, which is an amazing game, it's super great. It's 2 to 5 player economic building game. Love it. Like, you're literally building a town. It reminds me of Discworld so much, like the world and universe. Anyway, this game reminds me, it like feels like they went back to the development style and play style and also component quality style of Belfort, which is a highly replayable game with really nice components and style. And it makes me really happy because some of the TMG games that they've had recently, I'm not super like big on, and they've been bringing games over from Japan and doing like click prints and things like that, and they'll touch them up and they'll do some stuff. But I really like the TMG like homebrew. I feel like it speaks better to their mission, and so this is a game that I feel like if you liked TMG's Belfort and you liked kind of their original titles that they were doing when they first started as a company, check out Pioneer Days. If you're liking TMG's titles that they've been picking up in recent years and doing like the deluxeified editions, so like Orleans or Flow of History, Yokohama, I would not necessarily recommend Pioneer Days because this game is much lighter. It's much more like family friendly. Like, this is a game where like I would take to Steve's family house and they don't play board games, and I'd be like, let's play this, and they would love it. But like if I took this to hardcore game night in town, they'd be like, what? Why aren't we playing Lisboa, illustrated by the amazing Ian O'Toole? But anyway, so there's that. But yeah, and we've already talked about the 2-player thing. It goes up to 4 players. I think 4-player would be very similar to 3-player in regards to the dice drafting and the equipment stuff. That's actually really a fun part. In 4-player, the townsfolk don't restock in the middle, and you have 6. No matter what player count you're playing at. So actually, in a 4-player, you'd be even more constrained for townsfolk.
Yeah.
Where in a 2-player, you got your pick of the litter, basically, on townsfolk.
And they just, you can get as many as you want, and they might not survive. So
lower scores then, probably.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say this game does have that, TMG feel where it's like fun in asymmetry and fun in like interesting and well balanced powers. Like, every card is different and they're all a lot of fun. And I think that is kind of the like most fun and like raison d'etre or whatever of the game. Like something like, I don't know, a different, more finely intricate Euro without lots of special powers is more about like building an engine and planning. And this is about like get that one exact card you need and exploit that power and just like go full throttle or like get a collection of them. So I really like that sort of synergy. So
I think it's really interesting because if you're playing with somebody like me who's an engine builder who sees those combos and is like, ooh yeah, and then you trigger a famine on purpose to destroy the engine, all of my careful planning goes out the window.
Or you destroy it yourself with the end of week cards.
Yep.
It's like, I'm gonna give away my equipment, so
I can't do this anymore. Yep. So it's interesting. I think that it has a lot to offer for casual gamers, or if you're a more hardcore gamer and you want to play with like more casual, lightweight, medium weight people. I think this is an interesting game to bring to the table. I think personally for us in our collection, this game will not be sticking around. Mostly just because we have so many games, and I'm not a huge fan of dice drafting. This game does a really great job of mitigating it, especially with certain player powers, like the one I had. It was great. And actually, I don't think did anybody ever pay the 3 silver to switch a die?
No.
Yeah. I don't think anybody needed to because we could all adjust our dies via the player power, which is interesting. And then also like, from like this weight of game for us, for the player accounts that we usually are playing, we would probably lean more towards something like, Flamme Rouge, or we would bring out something like Scoville, which is another TMG title that's just super great in the midweight. And Scoville can go up to 6, which is like amazing. But it's color matching, so it's not as random. And like Steve has said, it reminded him of Northford for us, for the 2-player. We're just gonna play Northford, which is a worker placement game. So if Steve doesn't object,
well, because I think I would say, with games that are better like this is, it seems like this is better at 3 and 4. We'll probably, if like we have a 3rd player, it's like, we'll probably either play something maybe on the even lighter side, or get something like crunchy to the table. Yeah. Or play something that's like just better at 2. So
that's the real crux of it, is it has to be better at 2, and then if we do have more people coming over, it has to be something that either really speaks to one of us thematically or mechanically, or has to have, that's basically it.
Or like easy to teach, easy to play, quick to play.
And this is easy to teach and quick to play, and like has a great theme, especially because we live in Oregon. But like we have other titles that already fill this gap for us. If that makes sense. So on that delightful note, if you become one of my Patreon backers for the month of June, payments happen at the end of the month. I do a drawing for certain Patreon backer levels, and you could win this game. This game will be this month's giveaway. And this game, if you're curious, is available at stores. I believe now from your friendly local game store, you can pre-order it if they haven't already gotten their order in. Or you might be able to find it on Amazon, or something like that. But if you would like to enter to win a chance to play or to own this game, not to play this game, well, you can play it too, yeah. You can support me on Patreon, links down below somewhere if you're on YouTube. Twitter, I don't remember where it is. I think it might be down below as well. But if you support me at the $5 a month level, which helps support these streams, because these streams, as I said earlier, are not free. Most of the games we do end up purchasing out of pocket. We also pay for the internet, the camera upgrade, the computer upgrade, etc. My time in researching and learning all these games, etc.
Yep.
You can support me at the $5 level to be entered to win the larger box level. If you or if you want to support me in a smaller method, if you just support at the $1 level, you can win a small box game. So yeah, I do those drawings once a month, and it's a great way for me to get the games that publishers send us, because they're awesome, to sponsor these streams out of my house without me feeling super guilty about it by like going and selling them someplace.
Yeah, and getting them to, you know, people who want to play them.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's the other thing. If you win, you can always say no. Like, you can always say, no, thanks, I don't really want it. Do you have something else? And I will I have a collection of games over there, and I will literally privately message you pictures of all of those games, and then you can pick from that stack.
It's like the shelf of fame. Yeah. It's not a shelf of shame. It's like the shelf of, like, giving.
Yeah, it's the shelf of giving. And there's some good stuff over there.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, we actually really enjoy, but there's just no place in our collection for it. So, also shipping on one title over there in particular, the shipping is, like, absurd. So, I'm glad nobody's picked that one yet. But, anyway. All right. With that note, that is it for this stream. I don't know if we'll be streaming on Thursday. We might. It depends. We were discussing potentially doing Tricky Era on Thursday. We have to figure out that schedule. We forgot to put the bags in. If we don't do Tricky Era on Thursday, Steve and I will be streaming one of the adventure books that we picked up from Van Ryder Games.
Nice.
And they're solo, but we're going to play them together, because we like to play solo games together.
And I think our lag isn't too bad with chat, so I think with some...
the chat can help!
Yeah, I think the chat can help. So if it's one of those, like, if you kind of want to, like, help or play along or give 2 cents. One thing I did notice, at least with the Sherlock Holmes one, is, you know, you're trying to figure out the mystery while you're playing, so it would make sense for, like, chat to give ideas. Like, you can give ideas and give your thoughts on what you think might be happening
for the solo, because it's a mystery. Yeah,
while we're looking at clues. It's not like we'd get to something and then wait 20 seconds for chat to answer. Like, you'd be trying to figure out the mystery while we're playing.
Yeah, whatnot, so. For Sherlock, it would make sense. I have to figure out how we're going to do the book with the camera. And we're going to pick which book, because there's some RPG books and then there's, like, a mystery book. So we're going to pick which one, and we'll have Spoiler Dog if you want to keep them to yourselves. So there's that. Or we might just prep and, like, be ready to play any of them and then the chat votes. Yeah. Who knows? But if we don't play Tricky Around on Thursday, we will be playing one of those, just Steve and I together. So yeah, join us Thursday. But... Oh,
and that reminds me, I did get some of the new Abductor packs from Van Ryder for... Hostage Negotiator.
Have you streamed Hostage
Negotiator? I don't think I've streamed
I don't think you have. I think you've talked about it, which is why I bought you an actual published copy instead of the print and play copy.
I had a print and play copy from the Kickstarter that was a little janky.
Yeah. Kabuki says they need to avoid the graphic novel adventure streams because they're getting those. Which is true. Kings of Aaron Steam! I love Kings of Aaron Steam so much.
I've only ever played it once, and I just have... I think I've wanted to play it since we played it that first time. That was many years ago. But, like, I want to play, like, a 6-player game of it.
It's so good. Okay. If there's no objectives, I think we're going to do a bonus stream.
Bonus stream.
If you're watching live, this means if you just hang out in the chat for, like, 5 minutes, which gives us enough time to... We're not doing a bonus stream of Hostage Negotiator. But if you just hang out in the chat for, like, 5 minutes, the stream should restart, and you will be watching our bonus stream.
Don't you two have somewhere to be?
We're just going to go play Tricky Around. We're going to go to John's house. Exactly. We're just going to play Tricky Around.
Each of us can play a solo game at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could just play Sherlock by myself quietly, like scribbling. But we're going to play Senshi from Arcane Wonders, designed by
Dan
Manfredi. This is an abstract strategy game. It's really quick. We're going to do this as a quick bonus stream. So if you're watching live, like I said, just hang out in the chat. If you're not watching live, go ahead and look around on YouTube someplace, and there should be a link to us playing this game. Or you could search for it, the One-Tar Senshi. So there you go. Otherwise, if you're not going to stick around or watch, we'll see you Thursday either at John's house.
Yeah.
You've never been to John's house. John's house is way better lit than our house. And John, I like John's house. I like going to John's house.
It's very nice.
In the middle of John's Street.
We have new electricity too.
You do? Never mind. We're not going to talk about our electricity in this stream. If you want to learn about the electrical status of our house, watch Senshi.
It's on fire.
It's not on fire. Don't you say that. Because then it would be by fire. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. All right. 3 bonus streams. We're not doing that.
Game
right.
sleepover with the one tar. Yeah.
I would do that. We could do that for an extra live stream.
Game.
And we could wear our and we could just have everybody come over and sleep at our house.
All right, Mad Bona, this is your fault.
Yep.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna invite Tony over.
And all the chat has to wear onesies.
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. You have to do onesies
So
and play along. We'll do play along games.
Yep.
This is your fault, Mad Bona.
We're gonna do it in September. I've already decided. We're gonna do it in September because it's like the best time to do it. It'll be after Gen Con, and like most of the Gen Con buzz will have worn off from the games, and it'll be pre-Essen, so I won't have like a billion Essen games to play, and we can just play whatever we want. We can play literally whatever we want. We could have like polls, and people could vote, and we could do play-alongs. Can I invite the internet over for a sleepover?
As long as there's room.
Yay.
Yay.
It's happening.
All right, cool. We're going to do that. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. Let's go to Senshi. We'll be back. Goodbye.